Hello and welcome to segment 2 of the top 30, where I'll cover the middle of my favourite albums of yesteryear. If an album you like isn't in this bit, there's a good chance it'll be in the top 10, or I covered it already in the 30 to 21 segments. Or it's simply not here. There, that should cover all of the reasons for people to be intent about my choices, so let's move on to this. Number 20, Svalbard, The Way to the Mask. So you know how I thanked Bogdan in the previous list for introducing me to Athena recently? Well, thank you Crash Thompson for making me aware of Svalbard 3 years ago with their album at the time. When this one was announced, I was pretty excited, and yeah, it's great, solidly layered hardcore punk crossed with post-metal elements, and the gorgeous production, deftly handled themes, and the man's approach to their work is all further proof of why so many people in the UK music scene have been keeping their eyes on them, me included. Number 19, Fall Out Boy, So Much for Stardust. Oh hey look, it's a band that people have heard about before. I wonder if we're going to see this happen again in this list, or even in this very video. Who holds the keys? Anyway, Fall Out Boy casually dropped their best album since maybe From Under the Cork Tree. They work with Neil Avron for the first time in a long time, and they put out a fun album with many facets full of great lyrics and punchy riffs that don't go too heavy with nostalgia. Having said that, I am docking points for the rather unnecessary cover of We Didn't Start the Fire, but besides that, this is a great album. Number 18, Dying Wish, Symptoms of Survival. You know when you come across a great debut but don't put it on that list of that year because you and the band both know that they had something more in the tank? For me, that was Dying Wish, whose debut was really good, but their sophomore effort here might be even better. It tackles topics like trauma and mental health, and it's told with a snarling amount of realism carried wonderfully by the band's aggression. It is a bit on the short side, yes, but it is an album that builds up as it goes along with solid production value and a really great closing track that is equal parts grim and tear-inducing. Seriously, I felt some shit listening to this one, and you might too, so listen to it. Number 17, Angel Electronics, Ultra Paradise, 1000 to 1000. Sorry, I got carried away a bit there. So a great new discovery for me recently is a band called Black Dresses, and one of the two members of that band formed this one. I like to think of this as a happier version of Black Dresses, which isn't an unfair comparison as this is pure hyperpop glory mixed with grindy metal bits and an overall happy, shiny vibe. It's also got some top level production and also a ton of charm that really matches the glitter cover art, and all of its ideas stick. And also, I do not care that Wikipedia lists this as an EP. Most of the sources say it's an album, so I'm calling it an album, so it's on the fucking list. Number 16, Spanish Love Songs, No Joy. Now for the first of a 1-2 punch of albums that were number 1 in previous years, and if you've seen my 2021 list, you probably know what the next entry is going to be. I adore this album though, especially as it takes a new direction for the band with an 80s new wave post-punk vibe. Don't misunderstand though, this is still an SLS album with depressingly real lyrical themes, fantastic writing, great performances, and a nice song flow. Not to mention the production value jumping way the hell up from their last one. I just wonder what they'll play out their hat next time, and, you know, knowing how good they are, will probably be on my top 30 list for that time too. Number 15, To Kill Achilles, Recovery. From the band who put out my top album of 2020 to the band who put out my top album of 2021. I'm also using this space to remind people that To Kill Achilles are really good, and you should definitely listen to them. Still, this is the Scottish locomotive post-hardcore with great themes of recovery along with more mature stuff like Fatherhood. It's not a concept album like their last one was, but its melodic instrumentation, storytelling, and very believable performances really guide things along. And hopefully this band continue on this path. They deserve way more recognition than they get. Number 14, Foo Fighters, but here we are. So this is the only album in this video that is a tribute album to a former member, that being the band's drummer Taylor Hawkins. It's not the only tribute style album on the list, but fuck, I will never not cry about albums like this existing. It's got some of the band's best work in a long time, with a lot of emotions and lyrics that deal with that loss, adds some genuinely fantastic rock riffs, great song construction, and the performance of a lifetime from Dave Grohl, who pours his all fucking soul into this, and you have one of the best albums of the year. I wish I could put it higher, but there was some stuff I just thought was better than this one. Having said that, rest in peace Taylor, and I really, really hope that you're looking down on this with proudness, because the boys did you good. Number 13, Holding Absence, The Noble Art of Self-Destruction. As I was going through the albums I was going to cut to make this a top 30, I spun this one back. Not because I was considering cutting it, just because it's a really good alternative rock emo album. There's not a ton I can say about this that I didn't say about their last album, or even that most critics haven't said about it, but screw it. It's got emotive as hell songwriting, a fantastic vocal performance, great and risky production choices, and really damn good storytelling. It's also one of the more uplifting albums of the year and uses great metaphor for that, so again, if you want a lump in the throat type of cheering you up, put this one on. It'll do the trick. Number 12, The Raven Age, Blood Omen. I am slightly ashamed at the lack of more traditional metal albums on this list. Angra and King are bands that didn't quite make it, but I don't really have the history with them as I do with The Raven Age. This is an extremely skilled group of musicians who tell great stories with nicely textured and detailed production, coupled with layered riff work, more solos, thank god, and a belter of a closing song. The band pack a ton of charisma themselves, and they get a lot out of the smaller songs on the album, and the song flow and strong writing keep guiding the album to a wonderful closing moment as well. And finally, for this bit, number 11, Incendiary. change the way you think about pain. This is mostly on here because I really fucking miss Incendiary Something Chronic. It's been 6 years since There's a Mole Stir, and this album may just be better than that one. This is a band that continues to elevate all that they do when they do it, with crushing hardcore punk riffage, surprisingly honest writing of the lyrics, and some bloody great performances too. It also uses its timing well for an album this short, throwing in some new stuff that works, but it's still got breakdowns aplenty, and it strikes that balance that I love so much. And for the love of God, Incendiary, on the hopes that you're watching this, and I know you're not, please don't make us wait another 6 years for the next one. Please. That'll about do it for this though. Next thing you'll see me for will be tomorrow. I'll be covering numbers 10 to 1, and then Friday, not for a reaction, I don't think I'll be doing the one this week, but it will be the Go Home Show for PBW vs ABW Couch to Grow. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow for the top 10. As always, thank you for watching, you're awesome. Bye bye.